Hey guys, Critical K921 aka Max here to review Death Note. By God, the probably one of the more hated adaptations I've seen in recent years. So, yeah, I remember hearing about this and I had heard of Death Note. I never really watched it. Most of my anime experiences were Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and things like that. I watched the ones that aired on Four Kids and Toonami, so I can't say I have a lot of experience with it, but I know of the basics, and I've seen the first episode. It's pretty good from what I saw. It's decent. It's decent, and I kind of want to know more. So, but that's a basic thought. The kid gets a notebook from a death god that if you write any name, basically the person dies, and you can also write how they die. So I remember hearing about the movie, and I thought, okay, I mean, we don't get a lot of good adaptations of anime that I know of, and and I mean, when I think of an live action anime, the first thing that comes to my mind is Dragon Ball Evolution, which that was not the best thing to come into the mind. So when this film came out, I didn't think much of it, except that everyone I knew who liked Death Note just hated it. They took a look at it and they said, doesn't look very good." I saw it. Oh, I mean, we're not gemming the holograms, but we're pretty bad. We're pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Um, I guess I should probably start with, for starters, the story. What is it about? Well, the kid named Light Turner, not Light Yagami. Dragon Ball Evolution can keep the names Goku, Chi Chi, and that, but this one, no. Yagami is too strange. Maybe they thought it looked weird with a white guy named Yagami. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But Light Turner, that stupid name, is basically a school genius. He's the genius at the school, and then randomly one day a notebook falls from the sky, and he takes a look at it with the death god named Ryuk saying, telling him the rules. He discovers it works, and eventually he shows it to a girl named Mika, I believe. I think it's Mika. And he shows it to her. And when she finds out that it actually works, the two decide to use it for good. And there's also a detective named L who's hunting them down because they end up going by a pseudonym named Kira. Because I guess they want people to feel like someone's looking over them. Someone's looking over the innocent people or whatever. And it's about, will L catch them? What'll happen? Yeah, look, it's one thing I noticed. This is, on terms of representing the anime, no. I mean, just no, hardly any of them look like the characters. And I guess, and if you're going for an anime Death Note, fine. Be Death Note in America. If you want to call them Light, Turner, Yagami, whatever, okay. The thing is, none of them look like any of the characters. And when you carry the same names or names that are very similar, it's clear you're trying to make them the same character. When I hear the term Light and Death Note, I think of Light Yagami, so it's hard not to think of the same thing. L, I'm like, why not? I'm like, if you were going to for, they also changed the girlfriend's name too. I'm like, if you want to change all their names, fine, but I don't know. I guess he and the girlfriend are supposed to be different, but it makes they're not very interesting. But none of the characters seem are anything really. From what I've seen, none of the characters are really like the characters in the show. Show L. When I saw L, I was like, "Is that the character from the show? He really doesn't look like him." Um, and they get, from what I understand, and I talked to someone who knows Death Note a lot. They get parts of his personality right, but towards the end, he flips out, and I'm like, oh no, no. And I also understand, and this is what I saw in the show. Apparently, the idea is that Light is kind of sick, that he sees this and he's like, I'm gonna be a god. God, and he kind of goes mad with power. Here, he's like, no, we can't kill innocent people. I'm like, no, that would be interesting, going mad with power. Dude, why that? Let's keep it as safe and as dull as possible. I think that's a great decision. Ugh, they keep it the most dull. The whole thing is he's afraid to kill innocent people. But at the same time, that discussion makes it interesting. And the girl's more like the character from the show. If anything, she's more like, we get you crack a few eggs to make an omelet kind of thing. So I'm like, if anything, she's more like him. But that's not the intention. It makes no sense. Sense. I mean, I get changes, but the changes don't make any sense. The only character that looks that in any way resembles the anime is Ryuk, played by Willem Dafoe, who's over the top but enjoyable. And from what I understand him, the show, I guess he's sort of like Heath Ledger as the Joker and Agent of Chaos. And remember in the show, he was basically kind of, yeah, here's the rules, right? What do you want? I'll be eating apples. And here he's like seducing him, like, come on, lie to write in the book. He is the best character in the movie. And I guess I'll give props. They didn't make him the villain, like it would have been easy, but I'm trying to think of what worked in this. Just nothing. Nothing. Even in terms of looks, none of them even look like. If you were to compare Light Turner and Light Yagami, you'd be like, who the fuck are these two? What? No, so no one's like the cartoon, and as a movie on itself, nothing makes sense. You're supposed to. They. I think within the first couple minutes, he gets the Death Note, and you learn nothing about him. And okay, it happens kind of quick in the anime, but I got to know him in the first episode. I learned that he's a genius. That he's a genius. He's genius. He gets him. He uses the Death Note, if anything, to relieve boredom, and he's kind of sick. I'm like, that's infinitely more here. I learned nothing because we start off and we go full blast. I know he had a tragic backstory but his mom dying that never happened in the anime. What? I know. And there's a couple other things. I'm trying to think of what else they really they give him a tragic backstory that some guy killed his mom, and that's why he want to kill him. That's why he wants to save the world, I guess. But it comes across kind of like a whiny brat. He reminds me of kind of like a whiny kid at school that works for Hot Topic. That's like, oh, he just bitches so much. He's annoying. The girl's just replaceable. None of their performances give anything. Elle kind of gets parts of, at least kind of gets the character, but when towards the end he doesn't resemble the character at all. Just there is really nothing really great about this whole movie. It doesn't make sense. I was thinking, okay, at the very least I get it more the pseudonym of Kira, but I was kind of thinking, why do you need it? Wouldn't it be better to play it as an accident? An accident? Or there's even a part where he's like, oh, we have to kill Elle. Let's write the name of his assistant. Which, by the way, you know they're gonna hunt for you. Why not save the guy who's next to you? He's like, okay, we're gonna get him to hunt for Elle's name so I can write it in the Death Note. No, let's try this again. You can manipulate them by writing whatever, by telling them to do something. You write, he will shoot Elle. He walks up with a gun, bang, dead. You're welcome. It's not hard. It makes no sense why you wouldn't. Or even the beginning. At one point, when Elle makes an announcement on TV going, I am hunting you down, kidda, and I'm like, what? Why? If anything, keep it a surprise, you fucking idiot. Now he can't write your name down, but he can write someone. Literally, he can control anybody. You, random criminal, kill Elle. It makes no sense. It's just, the movie's like Wonderland. The ending. Oh, I'm not gonna give away the ending for those of you that might be interested in seeing this abomination, but just nothing about the ending makes sense. And without revealing too much, It's almost like, I don't know. Like I said, and this script has, I would remember nothing from this script at all. There weren't any interesting conversations. There weren't any kind of goofy deaths. Deaths. Some of the deaths get bloody, but I'm like, Final Destination did it. It's better when you're being outdone by Final Destination on anything. It's not a good sign. I mean, it was probably one of the most forgettable and also long. The movie's an hour and I think 40 minutes. It feels long. It just drags on. I'm like, God, come to an end, please. It just feels so much longer than it is. Ugh. And there was just nothing really I liked about it. I didn't exactly care for how it was shot. There were lots of weird kind of over moments where they were trying to be all stylish. There were lots of dumb montages. A lot of there was at one point like gets knocked out and they have it like turned to white like it's a cartoon, and then he wakes up. I'm like, okay, that's like something the Fairly Odd Parents would do, not something a Netflix movie should do. What in the hell? It it's just one of those rare movies that I really cannot think of a thing of that much that I liked. If it really wasn't for Defoe, I really would almost say the movie is completely worthless. And he's enjoyable, but he's not enough to save it. It's not. It's not even like. It's not fun. The movie itself is not bad, enjoyably bad enough to want to watch it. Shit, I mean, it's just kind of. It's boring. It's tired. It's dull, and it's so watered down from its source material. I really honestly have no idea who would like this film. It's just stupid. Yeah. And think watching this as someone that's never seen Death Note and then watching it, it was night and day. The dialogue was actually interesting. I was interested in going on. It felt short. I was amazed. I was like, holy fuck, why isn't the movie like this? Ugh. Yeah, this really was. This is in the top 20. One of the most agonizing things I've ever watched. I really. And I guess that says a lot that someone who isn't a huge Death Note fan really hated this. So just this is a completely worthless film to exist. I have no idea why you'd watch it. It's not scary. It's not dramatic. It's boring. You can for the most part predict everything that's going to happen before the characters even catch on. There's one point where I guess he thinks he's going to get caught and he's like, "Where's the book? Where's the book?" I'm like, "Where do you think she went? She took the book." "What do you know? She took the book." I'm like, "Movie, I'm not supposed to be able to predict this." There's about 10 other. The movie is so much wrong with it. I could probably do a giant editorial on it, but oh god, this really was agonizing. I I don't know who I'd recommend this to. It's not good enough to stand on its own, and as an adaptation of something that's so beloved as Death Note, it really fails. I have no idea who would like this, and yeah, it's not as bad as something like Jim, but still, it's just awful. It's just awful. Evan, so I don't know if you're a fan of Death Note. Stay away. Stay far away. Watch BoJack Horseman. That's on Netflix. Got renewed. Renewed. Watch anything else. Defenders. I think Defenders, watch Daredevil. Avoid this. If you're looking for even a good movie to watch on Halloween, anything else you can find on Netflix is a barrage of crap. Anything else you can find on Netflix, you're better off watching that. The Shining's almost 2.5 hours, and that feels infinitely shorter than this. So yeah, this was pretty terrible. And if you like Death Note, avoid this. If you don't, you should still avoid this. So yeah, that's my thoughts, and I'll see you next time. Bye.